G'day team, Jeremy Britton, 24-hour wealth coach, down on the beach just after sunrise, and want to talk to you today about business ideas. I get to coach a lot of businesses, which is a lot of fun, and occasionally I get to see some businesses who fail, which is really disappointing. When you actually see a business that closes its doors, you imagine that behind the scenes there's actually a family who may have had to sell their home. There's at least one person out of a job, if not 3 or 4 people out of a job. And behind the scenes, there may be some other financial tragedies going around that actually affect the suppliers, the clients, and the neighbourhood where that person trades and the neighbourhood where that person lives. In the last couple of weeks, I've seen 2 businesses near my home that have closed their doors. Now, one of these businesses was cage fighting equipment. The other business sold very expensive prestige wheels for cars. Now, these guys, I'm sure the number one guy was very into cage fighting. I'm sure his friends were very into cage fighting. But just between you and me, I can think of better things to do than go into a cage and beat the snot out of someone. Have never watched it. I wouldn't like to watch it. So perhaps that guy needs to do a little bit more market research than just talking to his friends who say that they actually like him. In business, you're going to need to surround yourself not just with people who like you, also with people who truly love you, and you need to surround yourself with people who hate you. If this guy had talked to someone who truly loved him, they may have been honest enough to say, you know what, that is a niche market, possibly don't open a shop on the main street. You may be better off simply opening a website and trading online, because people who are looking for that sort of stuff will generally look on the internet first. Then you can avoid paying $30,000 in rent, possibly committing, I don't know whether it was a 12-month contract or a 3x3 that he had. There's a lot of money in retail rent to actually open that shop, and the shop did last for less than 3 months. The other guy with his bling tyres, again, would have benefited from talking to someone who really did not like him. I'm sure he thought it was a great idea to spend $2,500 on wheels during a recession. I'm sure some of his friends thought it was a great idea, but someone who truly loved him or someone who actually hated him might suggest, you know what, not such a great thing to do, because this is the time when people are trying to cut back on certain areas. People are actually increasing their savings rate at the moment and preparing themselves for what may be a double-dip recession. Personally, I don't believe that. The savings rate is actually higher in Australia than in most other countries, and the GDP data is actually about 5 or 6 times stronger than most of the other countries. However, not very many people are spending thousands of dollars on blinging up their cars right now. I've also got another one of my friends who is considering going into a multi-level marketing business, and because I love her, I've actually told her exactly what I think of this particular business. The particular business has been famous for all of the wrong reasons. There may be some great multi-level marketing companies. In my opinion, this, however, is not one of them. So before she even starts, when she talked to me, I just simply directed her to some news releases, some Google articles where the guys who started the company, 2 of them were actually convicted felons. They were caught in the US smuggling ecstasy tablets a couple of years ago. That was one of their money-making ideas. Then they started this company, and since then they've been in and out of court. They've been in class action suits. They've been sued by thousands and thousands of people who have actually spent money on this multi-level marketing business, and 99.9% of them actually did their dough and didn't make any profit from selling the actual products. So I love my friend dearly. I told her my opinion. What she does is up to her. As for the other guys, well, they have spent a massive amount of money on Main Street rent, and I don't think they'll ever get that back. As for my friend, well, she might spend $500 joining the company, and perhaps she'll get it back, or like 99.9% of the people who joined this particular company, she won't get it back. Either way, the message is pretty clear. Surround yourself not just with people who like you, but with people who truly love you. And also, before you start your next business venture, talk to some people who hate you. If they think there's a market for your product or service, then you're probably on an absolute winner. I'll talk to you soon, down on the beach or at 24hourwealthcoach.com.